I have a month to get out of this space, but I can't help but be so excited to start the process. I am a mess, of course. It is a beautiful mess. And I am excited to show you the next chapter, be in the new space, tell you all about it. It's gonna be grand. Hottest day of the year. Just starting now to pack up my car. I know it's been a while, and for that I thank you for your patience as I have started a new journey. Today I am working in my new studio, and I figured I would take you on the ride with me. How would you like a tour of the new space? This is my front door. It is attached to a large house right on the water. And I will take you through around, and I'll flip the camera if I can do that. Can I do that? Here we go. This is it, you guys. This is the new pad. I got some real good lighting, although I gotta switch those really orange lights out for daytime lights, but this is my view. That is my seagull friend. This is my tree friend and all my little painting friends. I've been busy today. Anyways, I'm here. I'm working. It feels so good in here. And it feels right. It feels crazy. It feels like I don't want to stop working. And it's amazing because life has been full of challenges the past few weeks as I'm moving slowly into this space and rearranging my schedule to make this all work. And every time I come in here and open the windows and see this, it's like everything's really okay. This will be my floor workspace, and I'm so silly I don't have any tacks or nails. I can't hang things on the walls. I've used them all up. But this will be my floor space, which unfortunately I haven't been able to physically do that kind of work due to some continuous back injuries. But I have been really fulfilled by working just on this table, looking outside. I mean, really nothing can go wrong, I don't think. It feels really good to have some babies like almost there behind me. Definitely not finished yet, but I am working on a small series for a show coming up in August, which I only have a couple weeks to finish these works. And the longer I'm in here, and the more work I can do. And I feel really blessed today because my day job as a studio assistant got canceled. So I was able to really have a full day in here, and then hopefully a full day tomorrow as well. And those consecutive days are very important for any artist to have, as it takes a while to just settle in. I am working on these 2 blue ones, which were transferred from the old studio, and I'm working on these smaller ones, which I've really liked these intersections and textures and colors so far. Really soft and subtle, and that is the word of the decade for me, is soft and gentle and fragile and delicate, like me. So it's kind of too small to give you like a full tour because you've seen it all. It's quite small, but it is mighty. Small is mighty, as we all know. Let me try to put you down here. You can walk, talk. There we go. As you can see, I can touch the beams. So it's not terribly tall, but it's my own, and it's very exciting. Yeah. Bearskin Neck is it's a village. It's a seaside village. It's where you can get an airbrushed sweatshirt. It can be where you get a lobster. It can be where you buy candy that's 25 cents in the general store. It's where you can rent a kayak. It's where many artists have been for years, and I feel so lucky / nervous to be here, because the nerves are really coming from a place of I am not native to this land, and there are so many people who have been here for decades. The history is so rich, and it's so crazy that I'm in it. I'm seeing some people rent kayaks just across the way. There's this row of colorful kayaks going out, jetting out into the water right outside the second window. It's so fun, and the water just ripples so beautifully. And this is what I have access to, right? I have access to this beach, I have access to these rocks, I have access to underneath this building where I can paint outside. Across the street from me are a couple of other artists who were the reason actually I got this space. They kept me in the loop of things that were opening up, things that are available, and I feel very grateful for them bringing me into this world. These are little sailboats and houses along the way, and these are the colorful kayaks I was talking about. You know, there are like hundreds of people that are outside that are walking by, and I'll tell you, the first couple times I worked here, I started to feel that flood of anxiety, like, oh man, I need to get going, I need to get cranking, I need to make work so that people can come in and they can see it. Because the really exciting news that I have, other than this space, I am acquiring a space right in the front as well. In addition to, I will have a storefront, technically, a tiny gallery, whatever I want it to be. And it's all in the same month that I am going away to New Orleans and also have a show that I'm preparing for in Rocky Neck in Gloucester. So I'm a bit overwhelmed, and when I get overwhelmed, my body doesn't really provide me with the strength I need. That's not true. I love my body. It just tends to have these flare-ups, and which I struggle with, and I've really not found a voice on the internet to talk about how chronic pain and all of the conditions that I have within my spine really affect the way that I work and affect my flow and just affect everything, my energy level and my positive attitude. So being here really does create that space and time for me to really just focus on my work. And what I'm really excited about is to be able to really focus again and get into the work the way that I love, and the deep sense of joy that comes from working is challenging myself within the painting world and being able to open myself up deeply to connection with the landscape, with myself, with the work in the painting. So it's really about place. I think there's just endless inspiration here, and it's very overwhelming, and it's like, where do I begin? Where do I start? What do I do? Right now, I wanted to show you some of the, wow, the crows are very loud, so sorry about that. Show you some of the pieces that I really am interested in putting in this show, and how interesting this is, because it really looks like a landscape. It looks like a body of water. We have the rocks, we have all of the tide pools, and then we have this like mountain in the background. So I don't know how literal I want to get with this, if I want to push that or if I want it to grow in a more abstract way. It really just depends on the flow. I love where this is going. It's very close to being done. Again, pretty landscape-esque. Oh, that's celebration that the sun is out, I assume. Yeah, thanks for joining me on this tour. It's, you know, it is what it is. I will soon be talking to you about these small works as I slowly begin to finish them. I think it would be interesting to perhaps do a time lapse of some of the ones that I am very minimally have minimal work to go on them, just so you can see how they evolve and change over time, how quickly they can change from beginning to end, and how I'm searching for that shift, and how I'm searching for the right color and composition, and also how I play with all of those elements together in a small work series. It's been a while since I've done a small work series, and the idea behind it was just simply because some of these larger works require time, and I don't have a lot of time for this show. And you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that these require like less time, but as you know, with the big pieces, I have to pour large amounts of pigment in weight, and that can take up to a day or two just for one mark. Where with the small ones, I could have this really nice breeze coming through and things dry really, really quickly, which is why I love acrylic paint. I love pushing the boundary. I love mixing. I love adding this and that and that and that. There's just so much more to come with this space. There really is. I'm honestly moving my body as if I can. Gotta be careful. Oh. Okay. My back feels like this tender, smushy thing. Ugh. What I was saying is, there's so much I can't wait to show you, and there's so much I want to do with this space that I can't wait for. And I'm a person who needs to process things in a longer period of time. So I might have different words for you in this first experience than I do right now. But thank you for following along and hearing about this new journey I'm on. Bye. Good morning from the cottage. This is an extra special vlog because get to see the day in the life of me. It's very hot. I wasn't expecting it to be warm. Anyways, I'm painting today at home in the morning before I finish and edit the conversation Kevin and I still haven't posted. And my back has been out for a few days, but this morning I woke up feeling a lot better, so I decided I would tackle some really large pieces that I just stretched. I'll give you a little look. So these paintings I started in my Vermont residency, and I just recently stretched these. I had someone build me frames to stretch, and I just don't think they're 100% finished. So I wanted to add a couple of marks to them. These are about 70 inches, so they're quite big and very blue. And this is a color I have been not connecting with lately as much, but I'm getting back into it, like I said in my other blogs. And yeah, so I added this green, this kind of seafoam green color. That's what I've added so far. On this one, I added some white right here, and then once that wasn't fully dry, I poured this kind of mint green on top of that. And it's kind of breaking up the white a little bit more than I wanted it to, so that is a little bit of a flaw. But I really love this shape and the way that this paint dried. I originally started these with really simplicity in mind, and also I started them on the floor without them being stretched. So they took shape of the floor versus the smoothness that I'll get from the canvas being stretched now. You can kind of see the difference here. Look how smooth that is. And then these are all kind of pocketed from the little divots on the floor. This is the cottage. My cute little space. And my neighbor's amazing garden, and some of my supplies here, and a very sleepy Roo over here. Oh, what a cute guy he is. What a cute guy you are. This is normally where I'd create before moving to the flatter surface, but here is some remnants of old paint cups, this and that. I really have been enjoying being outside again when I'm not, of course, in my new studio. Anyhow, I woke up pretty early so I could get some of this done, and I really haven't had coffee yet, so I'm gonna go do that, and then I'm gonna edit some conversations while this dries, and then go teach, and then go to my studio. I'm just watching a bird in the tree.